Severe flooding has wreaked havoc across parts of Italy, with the region of Sicily and Tuscany particularly hard hit. Torrential rain have led to widespread destruction, leaving several towns and villages submerged, caused fatalities and displaced thousands of people. In the Sicily, relentless downpours have transformed streets into rivers, with water levels rising dangerously high into cities like Catania and Messina. Emergency cities are overwhelmed, working around the clock to rescue stranded residents and provide aid to those affected. Cars have been swept away and homes are left in ruins, and the floodwaters surge throughout the residents. The heavy rain have also triggered landslides for the complicated rescue efforts and blocking major roads. Tuscany too have severely impacted by the storm. The Arno River, which runs throughout the historic city, the Florence, severely rapidly prompted officials to issue flood alerts. The city iconic brigades at the landmark under threat to water level approach critical limit. In the smaller town of rural areas, facing devastation, losers and fields and groups are submerged. Italy Prime Minister has called an emergency combined meeting to address the unfolding crisis, pledging support to those impacted. We are working closely to local authority and emergency team to ensure they aid to reach those in need as quickly as possible. The Prime Minister stated the government has also required assistance to European Union seeking shelter fund to help the recovery process. The extreme weather conditions have been attributed to powerful storm system that stalled over the Mediterranean, bringing unusually heavy rain to southern and central Italy. Climate experts have pointed out that such events may become more frequent and severe due to effects of climate change, with the increase in the likelihood the extreme weather patterns across the globe. Local residents are now facing the long and difficult task to recovery. In many areas, power outage and local clean water have added the challenges, with the official warning that it might take weeks before the full extent of the damage is clear. As Italy grapples with the immediate consequences of this catastrophic flood, there is a growing call to long-term issued by to protect vulnerable regions from the increasingly risk posed by the climate change. Experts suggest improved infrastructure, flooding barriers and better urban planning the potential solutions to mitigate future disaster. For now, the priority remains on the rescue and relief effort. Volunteers from across the country have flocked the affected region, offering support to assistance with the emergency service continue to search to those may still trapped by floodwater. With the Italy famous resilience to communities spread, the affected region will undoubtedly begin the long process of rebuilding. The scar has left to the latest disaster a stark reminder of the challenge posed by the rapidly changing climate. Severe flooding has engulfed large part of Italy, with the southern region of Sicily and the central region of Tuscany breathing the burst of destruction. Torrential rainstorms swiftly from the Mediterranean have caused rivers to overflow, roads to vanish underwater, the thousands of homes to be engulfed. The heavy rain, which have been battering the regions of a day, has overwhelmed drainage system, caused landslides, and triggered widespread evacuation. In Sicily, one of the worst affected areas in Catania, the island's second largest city, was residents walked the finest streets transformed into fast-moving rivers. Cars were submerged and swept away, and the emergency service struggled to reach those trapped in their homes. The city historic center, normally bustling the tourists, now is lying in the ruins. Hospitals have been inundated with the calls, and local authorities have declared a state of emergency, appearing the most rescue as emergency shelters stretched to accommodate the displaced. Meanwhile, in Tuscany, residents was caused the Arno River with a flow through the Florence at the risk alarming level. Residents in low-lying areas along the river banks have evacuated to the river through to speed over evacuated memories, and catastrophic floods had destroyed Florence in 1966. Local authorities are talking to change the flood definites reinforce the army on standby. Rural areas surrounding the city has also been severely impacted, with the farmland underwater and roads rendered impossible by landslides. The situation is particularly dire in a small town where the villages have been cut off by the rising water. Emergency responders have used helicopters and boats to reach isolated communities, where residents are stranded without power of access to clean water. In some cases, entire villages have been evacuated, a rivers burst at their banks, sweeping away homes and infrastructure in their path. The death toll countries in the rise to rescue workers, unflooded bodies, and the debris behind the mudslides. In the city, reports of missing personnel have increased, with the rescue operations hampered the continued heavy rain and the challenges to rain. In Tuscany, several fatalities have been confirmed, with the authority warning the number could increase if the water receipt to full extent of the damage become wide. Local authorities have called the assistance from the central government, set at the overlimit scale of the disaster. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has planned to allocate emergency funds to affected affected regions and expressed solidarity with those affected who lost life and efforts that left their home. This is a tragedy for our nation, she said, and will do everything in our power to support people to Sicily and Tuscany during the difficult time. Environmental experts have widened the disaster, pointing the climate change are likely in a factor increasing frequency to intensity of such extreme weather events in the day. According to meteorologists, the current flow in the parts of border trend unpredictable weather patterns in the Mediterranean region, where the former sea temperature can intensity storm system. This has led to unusually heavy rainfall that short period overwhelming natural and main drainage system. In response, environmental groups and political have renewed calls by Italy to invest more heavily in the climate adaptation strategy, including improvement of food definition, urban better planning, the reparational project to prevent landslides. However, the challenges remain substantial, particularly in the region like Sicily and Tuscany, where many of the town, the city centuries lack and local modern infrastructure capable to withstand extreme weather. During the ongoing crisis, stories of resilience and community solidarity that emerged at the town of Livorno, Tuscany. Local residents formed human chains that rescued rope traps of the rising water, while volunteers in Catania came ongoing food, clothing drivers for those lost their home. Across social media, Italy's from the works live and offering support, coordinated the nation, and calling for the unity in the face of disaster. As Italy braces for the more rain in the coming days, the country is once again reminding of vulnerability to the forces of nature, with the immediate attention the focus of a rescue relief force. The longer-term questions of how Italy is better protect their citizens from future flood from their relief. For now, the nation is rallied together, showing stretch in the face of overwhelming adversity. It's bound for the long-term painful process to recovery. The aftermath of the devastation flood in Italy continued to unfold, with the city and Tuscany grappling with the widespread destruction caused by the day with torrential rainfall, which began a severe weather warning that turned into worst natural disaster in recent memory for this region, leaving behind the trail of destruction trailed both immediate and long lasting. The Sicily and the island infrastructure have been severely tested. Flash flood has swept through the town cities, hitting the Catania and Palermo especially toll. Streets have been turned into torrents and entire neighborhoods have been submerged. In Catania, images and residents wading through the waist-deep water, creating the weather below the could salvage, have become all too familiar. Many areas remain without electricity. The water is turned to compounding the difficult facing by those affected. The island famous agriculture sector has also been hit hard with the vineyard and also got destroyed the relentless rain. Tourist attraction with the farm on critical parts of the city economy have been hit particularly. The ancient ruins of surface and the iconic Mount Etna, where they normally draw thousands of visitors, and you face the challenges of water-loaded acid rolls and ongoing landslides casting the shadow over the region recovery prospect. In Tuscany, the situation remained quite dire. The flooding of Arno River, the rising concept about the prevention of Florence cultural heritage, including Pierce Walk, Catwalk, and the historic landmarks lie in a floodplain. The city deployed proactive measures such barriers around the important buildings, but the sheer volume in the water contrasts this deafness.